One of you hit me up on Instagram and said, let's take an honest look at the Penn State Nittany Lions. Said, absolutely, let's get it done. So here we are, an honest look at Penn State. On the plane of college football, like if college football is a Boeing 737, Penn State, to me, is sitting right behind the first-class section. That's not to say that Penn State isn't a first-class program. I firmly believe that they are. But for this analogy, they are a row behind all of those elites, those teams that play for college football playoffs, the Georgias, the Bamas. Penn State, they can see into that section. They can see them handing them their champagne and their complimentary headphones and not just one but two bags of peanuts. And Penn State's sitting right there. They're right there. I mean, they went 10-2 last year, only losing to Ohio State and Michigan, two teams that played for the college football playoff. Got a Rose Bowl trophy. It's going back to State College. Did a lot of really good things last year. However, haven't won the Big Ten in a minute here. Haven't beat Ohio State and Michigan. So there is a little bit of, I think, aggravation, a little bit of irritation that's building up from those realities. Again, I am not saying that Penn State isn't still one of the top teams in the country, one of the top programs in the country. But right now, they are just a row away from first class. They can see it all happening. They can almost experience it just one row away. But I would just say this. You can only see that happen for so long. You can only look into first class before you say, all right, forget this. We're about to do something about it. We're about to go wreak some havoc. More on that in a second. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, we would love to have you a part of this. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPakel. We're doing this video because one of y'all hit me in the DMs, said I want to see this kind of video. So here we are in the stew, Nick, Bright, lifting heavy, doing what y'all want to see. So thank you for hitting me up. Second, if you have more things you want to see, you want to have more interaction, the DMs stay wide open, all right? The feeling around Penn State is a new level of optimism as you head to 2023. Sean Clifford, forever in State College, is and should be a legend. Okay, he's a legend. Played for forever at Penn State, won you a Rose Bowl, left his heart out on that field every single Saturday. He embodies so much of what is right with college football and embodies so much of what is special about Penn State football. That is true. The other thing that's true is the excitement around 2023 is in some way correlated to the feeling that you are upgrading from a talent perspective at the quarterback position entering the Drew Allar era. Now, that's not to say that Drew Allar could have won you more games last season. That's not what I'm saying. But purely from what God gave Drew Allar and the talents and abilities and things that you just straight up can't coach, Drew Allar on paper, on tape, physically, has some of those things that maybe Sean Clifford didn't have. So you pair that with the fact that you have two of the best running backs in the country. Nick Singleton may very well be the best running back in the country this coming season, 2023. You also got Katron Allen, got a lot of dudes on defense. There's a feeling that this could be a special year. It could be a special year because the car at Penn State has always been good. It's always been really good. Like I said, that seat right behind first class, it's always right there. But within the car of Penn State, within that vehicle, the feeling now is, hey, we're putting in a better engine with Drew Allar at quarterback. We're putting in an engine that could maybe do some things that the last engine couldn't. We can cover some more mileage. Now, here's the reality. You still have to drive that car effectively. You still have to execute. You still have to make good on what that engine is capable of. But there's excitement because of all the pieces that are in place. Also, Abdul Carter on the defensive side, he woke up a lot of people last year, put a lot of people on notice last year. He is going to flash even more on a national level this upcoming season. A lot of Penn State's young talent will get another season to get in the weight room and develop and get used to the college game. Like, there is a lot of reason for optimism at Penn State outside of Drew Allar. But you add Drew Allar into that equation, Sean Clifford is special. It felt like, though, maybe there was times where Sean Clifford provided a ceiling for what Penn State could be. So there's juice around Drew Allar maybe breaking through that ceiling. So in 2023, going back to this metaphor, talking about Penn State being just a row behind first class. And we said there's only so much time that can go by before you say, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. And I think 2023 is that enough is enough year for Penn State. I think this is the year where you take off the seatbelt, you push everybody out of the way, you burst into first class. You go into first class and you absolutely wreak havoc. That's not to say that you can't snag a seat. It's not to say that you don't find yourself sitting in an open seat and you're going to the college football playoff. But when I say wreak havoc, you go in and you just absolutely get after everybody that's up there. To me, that would look like beating Michigan or beating Ohio State. If you beat both, great. You're probably playing for a national title, at least playing for a college football playoff and winning the Big Ten. But if you can just beat one of those teams, if you can split, you still have a chance to, I think, win the Big Ten, make the college football playoff. But that would just be a statement. That would be the wreaking havoc in first class that the rest of the college football public would have to deal with. Because think about what that would mean. If you beat Michigan or you beat Ohio State, I think you just look to the rest of the college football landscape and say, here, you have to deal with us now. Do we have a seat? Maybe, maybe not, in terms of being in first class. But we're here now. We're in the first class section. And we're going to take somebody's seat. We're gonna get after somebody up here. So we're here. We're going to cause some trouble. You got to deal with us. That's what I think 2023 is for Penn State. Burst into the first class section. You don't take no for an answer. Beating Michigan or beating Ohio State, you beat both, great, but splitting those, I think that's what 2023 can be and maybe should be for the good folks at State College and for their program. But I'm excited to watch it. That's our honest look at Penn State. I think they are one of the sneakiest teams in all the country this year. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep talking Nittany Lions. Again, appreciate y'all reaching out and making this video happen. This is the People's Program. Everything that you know and love about college football, that we know and love about college football, a college football community that y'all have allowed us to cultivate. So subscribe if you haven't already. Join the party if you have not already. Nick, break, lifting heavy. But again, this is y'all's show. So we appreciate you. We love y'all. We're going to keep the party rolling. And we will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.